Well, hi guys, and welcome back to Asia O'Hara Home. Okay, honey, today we are in the kitchen and we are putting a baking down. Just joking, these cakes are actually all fake. That's right, they're faux cakes, and I am going to show you how to create them today with some very simple items that you might already have at home. So stick around, it's going to be delicious. Okay, so for starters, for the base of most of the cakes, I'm using these styrofoam discs that you can find in your craft store or in your dollar store. And then for some of them, I'm going to use these little treat tins, I guess you call them. Anything circular that's lightweight that you can find is great. Then we also have some craft paint. I have it in a multitude of colors. I also have some brown colors, which I will be using for chocolate. You also want to have some white so you can dilute your colors and make them pastel if you need. We are also going to need some offset spatulas. Now, do not go in your kitchen and get your husband or your wife or your mom or your grandma's good cooking spatulas. Go to the dollar store, get you a couple of just cheap offset spatulas for crafts. We also are going to need just some various plastic spoons, plastic knives, plastic dishes for mixing things, as well as some paint brushes for painting. Also totally optional, but for decorating, I'm also going to be using some sprinkles, which I already had in my pantry. Then we have some piping bags, as well as some piping tips for decorating as well. Also some faux fruits. You can find these on Amazon or in your craft store. For our frosting, we are using lightweight spackling, which you can find at a hardware store anywhere. Make sure you get the lightweight spackling and not the normal. We will also be using some Mod Podge. I think this is the shiny Mod Podge. Where's the Mod Podge, girl? Right here. Yeah, this is the luster one or the shiny one. It's great for if you're going to try and create like a mirror glaze. Okay, so first things first, we are going to scoop out some of our lightweight spackling into a dish. Girl, tell me this ain't frosting. Y'all cannot tell me this does not already look like frosting. Don't eat it because it's not frosting. It's probably toxic. I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. But we're going to just put this in a dish, and then we're going to mix in some of our acrylic paint to create the color of frosting that we need. Now, it might be shocking that it is actually this simple, but it is. I'm just taking a popsicle stick and I am just frosting the styrofoam disc as if I were frosting a cake. Now, I am going to tell you guys right now, I am no one's cake decorator. So all of these cakes are going to have a little bit of a rustic touch to them because they're not going to be perfect. I think it's cute. I probably should take a cake decorating class or learn how to decorate cakes. I don't really love to bake, so maybe I won't use that skill. But yeah, just frost the cake, girl, the best that you can, and make it look as smooth or as rustic as you like. Now, while the spackling is still wet, I'm going to go ahead and depress these faux cherries around the edge, and as long as it's still wet, they will stick. If you like, you can wait till it dries and then hot glue these on. I think it looks better when they're like nestled down into the frosting, but it's that simple. Set this aside to dry and you are ready to go. Okay, now for this particular cake, I'm going to paint the edges of these styrofoam discs with a brown acrylic paint so it looks like chocolate cake. Sponges also work very well for this if you're not going to frost the sides, which I'm not going to do here. But anything that's porous, sponges or styrofoam or anything that's porous will look like cake once it's finished. So I'm just mixing up my chocolate paint here, and I am just going to paint around the sides of these. You do have to slightly stipple it on, or stipple. Is it stipple or stipple? I don't know, girl. I'm not a painter. But you have to get into all the creases and crevices, the nooks and the crannies, honey, of the styrofoam so you don't see the white inside. Okay, once those have had time to dry, I'm going to take just a dollop of pink frosting and I'm going to spread it all around and then sandwich these discs together. And it's just like you were frosting an actual cake, except for an actual cake you'd frost all the way to the center. I'm not, so I don't waste spackling. But yeah, just frost and sandwich them together. Do you guys say frosting or icing? Let me know in the comments. I wonder if that's different based on your geographical location or it's just personal preference. But let me know, do you say frosting or icing on a cake? And there you go, this one is done. Just set her aside or outside to dry and move on to your next. Okay, for this one, I have already mixed up some lovely lemon yellow icing or frosting, whichever you prefer to say. And normally when I use these metal tins, I will cover them in masking tape because the spackling just sticks better to it. I didn't this time, I don't know why, so it is slipping and sliding around, but it's fine, we'll just work with it. Now for a little detail on the top of this, I am going to mix up some piping icing. So I'm taking some spackle and I'm mixing in some white paint, basically just to dilute it so I can pipe it through a piping bag. You can use water, I've done that before. It does take it longer to dry and I ain't got time for that, honey. So mixing a little bit of white acrylic paint in there just to loosen it, and I'm going to load it into this piping bag and then attempt to pipe it around the top. We'll see how that goes. Okay, y'all remember when I told y'all I was not a cake decorator? This right here is what I'm talking about. I'm going to pipe this around the edge. And I don't know how people make this look so elegant and pretty. Well, I guess I do. They practice just like anything else. But I have not practiced this, so I'm doing my best to just go around the edge with our faux whipped cream that we have made from spackle. And then I'm going to insert, while it is still wet, these lemon leaves and a couple of faux lemons to just pop on the top. And we've got ourselves a little lemon cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed making these faux cakes. I hope that you do them yourself and just really experiment and try different things, different colors, different decorations. This is a lot of fun. It's also a great family project. So try this for yourself, not even for the holidays, but just for any time that you want to have some sweet treats out on the counter that aren't actually sweet. Thank you guys so much for crafting with me today, and I will see you next time on Asia O'Hara Home.